Aramis was just another young horse in the field when owner Laurent Baudouin summoned trainer Roger Delaurier to a farm in Hemingford, Quebec.
So and then I went to try him, and we try him, jump good, jump big, but very, very green, not even finish on the flat, So, and I told him, said, I think it's nice, but if you want me to tell you if we do a Grand Prix in 2 years from now and win it, and especially go to the Olympics, I can't promise you that for sure.
Aramis was only 4 years old when Roger took over in 1982. The target was the Olympics, just 2 years later in Los Angeles. It was almost inconceivable to think Aramis could get there.
We tried to did in a safe way, but in a fast way also. But the horse was so good, so easy, so competitive. Any other horse will take 5-6 years, and that one took 2 years.
While the rapid development of Aramis was remarkable, imagine the fact that his rider, Mario Delaurier, was only 19.
It's totally unique. I taught lots of people, and I continue to train and teach a lot of people, but that was a kick to go to that level that fast was really extraordinary.
The horse was, I believe, was beautifully broke, was beautifully made up, and it was a great partnership. And later on, when that partnership, when the horse was sold, they never carried on anything that it was before under Mario's wing.
While the Olympics was the goal, Aramis and Mario had progressed to the point that they were eligible for the World Cup in Gothenburg, Sweden.
People said, listen, he's choose to go, he had to go. Some people was not agree because they want to save the horse for the Olympic. But I said, listen, we have to go step by step. If it go bad, it will give a very good experience. If it go well, that give us more chance.
Well, as we were getting ready for the World Cup finals, you'd have to say it was going to be more of an experience, acclimation adventure. But on the other hand, you had a very exciting horse and a very, very talented, aggressive rider. So you never knew what could happen. And there was a synergy, always was a synergy between Aramis and Mario. The two of them equaled way more than two. There was a heck of a combination.
I'm 7 after the first round. After the first round. The second day, he called me, he said, I'm clean again. Oh, good, And then we were watching on TV because it was live.
Sport is so popular in Europe. People were so aware of Mario's age and stage and the horse, and the drama just built and built and built to his last ride in the ring, and he blew the roof off the place.
He has to be clean.
It's opening him up to the big oxer.
Tom, just get over it.
Oh, boy, I'm with you, Tom. He's okay there. Now, this is the part that worried me because he had trouble there last round. Here come the oxers, but it's the vertical that follows. He's way off the base. Oh, did you see the stretch? He gets over it.
Now the vertical, now it. And they've done it this time. They're over that vertical that was the rail in the last round. Just the 2 to go.
2 jumps away from the title. Tom's jumping up and down, so are we.
Look at Tom Taper and Ian Miller. Boy, oh boy, are they happy. Well, what a right they have to be. What a performance.
And Aramis, the greatest horse in the world. Mario Delaurier, the greatest rider.
Isn't that something? They've done it. They came out with all the pressure on and had a clean ride in this second round. Accepted the challenge. Mario Delaurier and Aramis from Canada, the World Cup champions.
Well, that win was one for the history books because one of the youngest horses, if not the youngest horse and the youngest rider to ever win that World Cup Finals title. And that still stands in the history books, and I think will for a long time.
It was the biggest moment in our life.
The miracle of the World Cup was not the ultimate goal. The Olympics was, and despite his incredible win at Gothenburg, Aramis was not a lock to go to the Olympics.
The coach had to choose between him and Jim Elder, who was his friend to Tom Gifford. And the coach must say to himself, do I go with the experience, or I go with the young rookie with maybe a better horse at that time? And he chose to take Mario, and he finished fourth individual.
Aramis and Mario would make Canada proud, finishing fourth in both the individual and team event. As is often the case in the sport of show jumping, the decision was made to sell Aramis to U.S. interests. Aramis's 2-year mercurial ride to the top of the sport was the stuff of legend, and his historic win at the World Cup will live forever. In a word, Aramis was nothing short of brilliant.
So well-balanced horse. I mean, it was a horse with good gymnastic. You know, you're getting length the stride, short the stride. It was a huge, big horse, but so well-balanced and so well broke. You know, that horse can change lead every stride.
The range, the scope, the power, the education, the cooperation, the heart, the mind, the complete package, and no hidden agenda, just a solid guy, and whatever you asked him to do, he would do his very, very best to please you and do it.